Possibly one of the biggest scams in Fallout, Pulowski preservation shelters were manufactured by the Pulowski Preservation Services, who were Vault-Tec's main competitor in the Fallout shelter business. Offering protection on a budget for the low cost of 25 cents, they preyed on the fears of pre-war America that nuclear war was imminent, claiming to offer protection in the event of a nuclear attack to the common man and not just those lucky enough to be able to afford a spot on the vault.
Before we begin this episode of The Adventures of Captain Cosmos, we've got a message from the fine folks at Pulowski Preservation Services, purveyors of products there when you actually need them. Seems there's been a lot of talk these days about vault life, but not all of us have the luxury to spend so much on something that, frankly, we may not actually need. Unlike those other guys, the sensible folks at Pulowski Preservation Services have created an affordable line of personal protection products to make sure no one gets left behind. Personal protection, there when you actually need it. Remember, that's Pulowski Preservation Shelters, simply there when you actually need them. Exact change only. And now on to our show.
Now you may be wondering, how is this a scam and how does the scam work? Well, my theory is they get an order to place X amount into the city to give the general public peace of mind and the hope of survival, and they get paid using public funds. However, in reality the shelters never worked, as evidenced by the fact you often find skeletons inside them. They would not protect you from radiation at all, and most likely not from the heat of a nuclear blast. But even if you did survive the blast, you were doomed to a horrible death, as although the shelter would tell you to wait inside until radiation levels were safe, this would take a long time, and the shelters weren't built for a long stay, as there was only enough room to stand and no provisions, just a suction hose for bodily waste, some ventilation, a light, and if you were lucky, a breathing mask. So you would be left with a choice between dying of dehydration in the shelter or taking your chances of dying of radiation outside. I hope you enjoyed this video. There are many scams in Fallout. Can you think of any others? Leave in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, consider subscribing for more, and I'll see you in the next one.